Today in our comparison test, we look at two mid-range sedans with a sporty touch, the Honda Accord Type S and the Volvo S60. Let's start with the Honda Accord. The first generation rolled off the lines in 1976, and the current sixth generation has been around since 2008. Honda's British and German chassis specialists have fine-tuned the suspension for European road conditions. We're testing the Accord Type S in the executive model with 132 kilowatts. The car accelerates from 0 to 100 in 8.7 seconds. Honda says it uses 5.6 liters of diesel per 100 kilometers. Our tester says the first impression of the Honda is a good one. It's pretty sporty, even if the materials used could be of a higher quality. For about €2,500 in Germany, you can get various driver assist systems, like a collision mitigation system, an adaptive cruise control, or a lane keeping assist that kicks in between 72 and 180 kilometers per hour and counter steers to keep you from veering out of your lane. Now the Volvo. It offers not only a smoother ride, but the steering gear transmission ratio is 10% better than its predecessor. One optional extra is the city safety function, first introduced in the XC60, which automatically brakes in front of pedestrians at lower speeds. The S60 reaches a slightly higher top speed than its competitor, 225 kilometers per hour. Volvo lists fuel usage at 6.3 liters per 100 kilometers. Our tester says that with the Volvo, everything's just a little bit better than with the Honda, starting with the dashboard, continuing to the surface feel of the buttons in the center console, and finally with the assist systems, where Honda can't really keep up with Volvo's achievements. But can the safe Volvo keep up with the Honda's sportiness? For the 2012 model, the engine capacity was increased from 153 to 158 kilowatts in the D5, the most powerful diesel. The car is also available with all-wheel drive, so when you accelerate in a curve, you don't notice anything pulling at the steering, like with the Honda. But Volvo stands for comfort as well as safety. At an additional cost, you can get a Volvo with a chassis with 4C technology. That's an adaptive chassis coupled to a speed-dependent power-assisted steering, so you can set the car for comfort or sport driving modes. Volvo has a reputation for making very safe cars, and we find that confirmed here. For about €500 plus installation, the S60 can also be equipped with a front-mounted camera that shows you what's going on in front of the car. It's especially helpful with blind drives or dangerous intersections. The Volvo's design is more sedate. The LED daytime running lights are separate from the headlights, adding to the overall elegance of the car's look. From the side, you really notice the large doors, but also the high window line. The brake lights wrap around the side and are also separated. The fresher design is obvious. The first generation came out in 2000, followed by the second 10 years later. Two exhaust pipes decorate the back. The interior features well-tooled, high-quality materials. Chrome and leather trim the doors, and the controls look compact and neat. The back seats are just as comfortable as the front seats. The Honda makes a more predatory impression. Even if its look is a little dated, it still seems sportier than its competitor. The Accord is lowered to the ground, like a big cat ready to pounce. The back rises out into a spoiler-like rear. The brake lights also seem more aggressive than the Volvos and are also separated. The Honda looks really sporty from the outside, but what's the interior like? At first glance, it's typically Japanese, lots of control and buttons. The fittings seem a bit clunky. And the quality of the materials isn't as good as in the Volvo. The seats are not as good as the Volvos, and even in our test car, can only be adjusted manually. Both Honda and Volvo have given their best. What's our tester's verdict? He says that both test candidates offer a lot in the standard models. The Honda Accord in the Executive Edition costs at least 34,800 euros, while the Volvo S60 Summum costs at least 44,700 euros, some 10,000 euros more. If you add up all the optional extras offered with each, then there's a price difference of 15,000 euros. With the Honda, you get a compact car, which is why his choice, even though everything's just a bit better in the Volvo, is for the Honda.